Hello everyone. In this tutorial, let's see how we can build a simple app for Oculus Go using Unity 3D. Okay, first of all, my Unity version is 2019 3.12 F1 personal version. Okay, first thing is we need some settings. Let's go to Package Manager under Windows. Okay, it will take some time for the packages to display. Now go to Advanced and tick Show Preview Packages. And then let's wait for a moment. And then we can go to XR interaction toolkit. Okay, this is the most important thing for this project. Let's install this. And then we need XR plugin management as well. Let's install that as well. Now whether let's check whether these two have been installed properly. For that you have to go to packages and you can see that XR interaction toolkit and XR plugin management is already installed. Now let's go to our build settings. You go to your build settings and then change your platform to Android, and for the texture compression we'll be using ASDs. And for your run device, let's refresh this and then you will see this Oculus Pacific and you will see the serial number of your Oculus Go device. If this is not displayed on your menu, drop down menu, just give refresh and you can get it. Note that the Oculus Go headset must be connected via USB to your computer. Okay, and then we can switch the platform. Now let's go to player settings. Under player settings, we need to do some important settings. Let's look at the first thing. First thing is your company name. I'll just leave it as default company. And the other important thing that you have to do is under other settings. There are about 6 settings. You have to do the changes to the other settings. Go to the graphics API, select Vulkan and remove it. We don't need Vulkan graphics API. This is an important step here. And then go to minimum API level and I have set it to KitKat API level 90. This depends on your platform. So if things go wrong, this is where you have to do the tweaks. You can go to other minimum API like Marshmallow API 23 and other stuff, and leave the other settings as default. And let's minimize the other settings. Now go to XR settings. Under depreciated settings, you have to tick virtual reality supported. And then the list under that is empty. Go to this plus icon and click Oculus. Okay. Okay. Then we need to tick virtual reality supported again. And then let's put Oculus again. All three must be unticked. Only the virtual reality supported should be ticked, and then you are good to go. Let's minimize this. Okay, now let's come to our sample scene. Now this main camera is usually used for 3D games, so delete that. And you can go to XR and you can take room scale. You can choose either room scale XR rig, but for our Oculus Go we'll be using stationary XR rig. And then you can observe that this XR rig contains a left hand controller and right hand controller. So since I am right handed, I'll select right handed, and what you can do is go to left hand and untick this. Okay, now this is ready. Now a simple app is ready. Just to make some visualizations, let's go to 3D object and create a small plane, and I'll just make it bigger. And then I'm going to add a 3D cube. Let's make it a little smaller and then position it somewhere. And let me select my XR rig. Okay. So as a basic interaction, in order to use our controller in the Oculus Go, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the cube, go to the inspector, add a component called XR grab interactable. You can add this to your cube. Now this cube can be interacted, it can be grabbed by your controller using the trigger button, and you can just throw it away by releasing the trigger button. Okay, now that we have done everything, go to file, build and run, or you can go to build settings, and then you have to add your open scenes. Once you add your open scenes, you can build and run. What happens when you build and run? Okay, before going to this step, build and run, just remember you will have an account associated with your Oculus Go on your mobile phone. Click on the Oculus app on your mobile phone, go to the settings under your Oculus Go and click more settings, and you have to go to a setting where you have to enable the USB debugging. Once you enable the USB debugging, you are good to build and run. And then let's see how this appears in our headset. Okay, I usually create a folder for our bills. Go to folder, create a folder, say bills, then I'll name it as test version 1, and then it will be created as an apk. It will be built, the build file test v1.apk will be available in your builds, and then it will be automatically installed on your HMD. Okay, let me save this. Okay, detecting. So this is the Oculus site for the developers. Here you can see the buttons of the Oculus controller. So what we are going to do in this session is we are going to use our trigger button, and we are going to trigger and hold a cube and then bring it close to us, and then you can throw away the cube. That's what we are going to do here. Okay, one thing that I have forgotten to mention is you have to select your XRV, go to the right hand controller, under select usage. Since we are using the trigger, we'll be using the trigger. Now let's go to build and run. Let's go to build and run, and let's wait. Okay, now let me record the screen to share and record the video. So this is where you record the video. Go to share, and then you can start recording. Okay, now our game has been built. Yes, I'm looking at made with Unity. Okay, there's our simple app. Okay, let's see. Yes, when we go to the sphere, it's the trigger is getting from red to white, indicating that it's selected. Let me click the trigger. Okay, I got it. The trigger, hold the trigger. Yes, let me throw the cube and see. Wow, that's working. Let me throw it to the other side. Okay, that's all. Now I'll click my home button, quit my game, and then I'm going to stop